What if you could invest directly in one of the most powerful engines of the economy? Financial services, banks, NBFCs, insurers, and capital market players that move money, fuel growth, and influence every business cycle. Because that's exactly what the Edelweiss Financial Services Fund focuses on. But does betting on a single sector create opportunity or unnecessary risk? And how does such a fund behave when economic conditions change? Let us find out the answer to all these questions through an in-depth analysis in this video. So hi there, welcome back to holisticinvestment.in. So let us move on to the video now. So before analyzing this fund, let us first understand a few basic details about it. So as an NFO, it opens on 27 Jan 2026 and the closing date is on 10th Feb 2026. So some of the key features of the fund are, this is an open-ended fund type which belongs to the category of equity sectoral banking. So it has Nifty Financial Services TRI as its benchmark index, and there is exit load of 1% for redemption within 90 days, but there is no entry load. So the minimum investment amount required to invest in this fund is just 100 rupees. So the fund managers for this fund are Mr. Ashwani Kumar Agarwalla and Mr. Trideep Bhattacharya. So according to the riskometer, the risk involved in this fund is very high, and the investment objective, the primary investment objective of the fund is that it seeks to generate long-term capital appreciation by investing predominantly in equity and equity-related instruments of banking and financial services companies. So now, as we have a basic idea about the fund, let us move on to the analysis part of the video, where we are going to take a look at the pros and cons. So let us start with the advantages first. Number one, the fund invests primarily in companies from banking, NBFCs, insurance, and related financial businesses. So this offers direct participation in credit growth and financialization of the economy. And number two, financial stocks often perform well during economic expansion and favorable rate environments. A sector-focused fund can capture these cycles more directly than diversified equity funds. And number three, the fund manager can shift allocations between sub-segments like private banks, PSU banks, NBFCs, or insurers. This flexibility may help manage risk within the sector. And number four, when used in moderation, a financial services fund can complement a diversified equity portfolio. It allows investors to express a specific view on the sector without stock picking. So these are some of the advantages. However, there are some disadvantages as well. Like number one, all investments are tied to one sector. So if financial services underperform, the entire portfolio can be impacted. And number two, loan growth, asset quality, and defaults directly affect sector performance. Economic slowdowns can significantly hurt returns. And number three, banking and financial companies are heavily regulated. Changes in RBI norms, capital requirements, or government policies can impact profitability. And number four, sector funds lack diversification across industries. Relying on them as a main equity investment increases portfolio risk. So we need to consider all these drawbacks before deciding to invest in this fund. So what is the final takeaway then? Is investing in the Edelweiss Financial Services Fund worth it or not? So does this fund offer a focused way to play India's financial growth story? Yes, but focus also means concentration. Can sector exposure boost returns in the right cycle? Absolutely, but timing and patience are critical. So should such a fund replace diversified equity investments? Probably not. It works better as a supplement, not as a substitute. So at the end of the day, this fund is simply a sector-specific equity tool, not a guaranteed performer. The real question is, does adding a financial services tilt align with your risk appetite, portfolio structure, and long-term plan? So our personal recommendation is that if you are a first-time investor or even a conservative investor not willing to take a lot of risk, should definitely avoid investing in a thematic NFO like this. If you still want to invest in a theme like this, there are other similar existing thematic funds with track record of at least 7 to 10 years where you would be able to take a calculated risk after analyzing how it has performed in the highs and lows. But here, as we have no such data to judge from, it will be like taking a blind risk. And even if you add it to your core portfolio and it underperforms, it will definitely impact the overall returns in your portfolio negatively. Even for a seasoned investor, it is very hard to predict when to enter and exit from a thematic fund. So it's better if you avoid investing in a thematic NFO like this. But if you still want professional guidance, you can consult with a certified financial planner who will look into the fund's suitability of investment objective, risk profile, overlap ratio, allocation, and see whether that aligns with your goals, your risk tolerance, your objectives, your time horizon, and help you strategically guide you towards better outcomes. And if you want to gain more professional guidance through a professional financial planner, you can choose to book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planner through the link in the description. Also, if you want to gain more investment and financial insights through the leading experts in the finance industry, we also conduct regularly free live webinars through which you can register and gain these insights. The link is in the description. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe to YouTube channel so we can come up with more such financially beneficial content for you. Thank you for watching.